We're gonna break the record.
Hi students, today we're going to be talking about how to make models and how to create models using a 100 grid. How do we show hundredths and tenths on a 100 grid? All right, so we're going to start off with something easy. Here I've got a hole and I got to cut up into 10 equal pieces. So if I shade in 1, I have 1/10. If I shade in 3 of them, I've got 3/10, which is written 0 holes, decimal point, 3/10. Now, how would I make that on a hundredths chart? How would I make that on a hundredths chart? I want you to notice something. See these lines here? These columns are still there. There are 10 of these columns. This column is the same size as this one, same shape, just has what looks like a different number of pieces. Well, it's got 10 hundredths built inside of it, but there's still 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns. Those 10 tenths are still there. So if I want to model something onto a hundredths chart, I can count my tenths by going all the way up and down. Here's 2/10, and here's 3/10. You'll notice that it's the same size as my 3/10 over here. And what if I want to make something a little bit more? Right? What if I want to go, 3/10 and 5 hundredths or 35 hundredths? Well, easy. I got my 3/10 here. I'm going to make them one at a time. You could go through and count out 35 of these tiny little squares, but an easier way is just to remember that this here is your tenths and this here is your hundredths. So I'll count 3 columns or 3/10 and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundredths. So remembering as you're working on this that 35 hundredths is the same as 3 tenths plus 5 hundredths is going to make your life a lot easier. Here are my 3/10. I made those each out of 10 hundredths, and then here's 5 more hundredths. Let's try another one. Let's read this one. What number have I modeled here? What number have I modeled here? Well, first, I see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 complete columns. Each one of these has 10 hundredths in it. Well, what do I know about 10 hundredths? That's a tenth. So I have here 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. I'll write my 0 because I've got no holes, and 4/10. Now I just count these leftover hundredths. How many extra pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 0 ones, 4/10, 5 hundredths. Now I've written my number, all complete, 45 hundredths. And just for fun, I can also write this as a fraction, 45 hundredths. Now, what if maybe I wanted to write the number, let's see, 9 hundredths. 9 hundredths. I can do that too, just by thinking, well, 9 is 1 less than 10. I'll start down here, and I'll double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 hundredths shaded in here. All right, give these a try, see what you can do. just trying to make your life a little bit easier than trying to count out 35 of these little dots. You can do that, right? If you're trying to make 35 hundredths, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the number one rule of being a mathematician like Math Wizard is mathematicians want to do things the simplest, most reliable way that we can. We like to be lazy. I don't know if you've noticed that about me. I like to be right. I like to get it done quick and know that I'm right. Try this, see what you can do. Let me know if you need